everyone. You're watching Ultimate Challenges, and I'm your host, the Coach. Taking you the rest of the way, here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Brandon.
Thank you, Coach. So for this challenge, we're in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes to go. You're only down 3 points. You've got the ball on your own 40. 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. Room here to run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Thompson's throw complete there to Johnson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll run with Sanders. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Miles Sanders with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Herbert and the Chargers down 28-24. A minute 12 to go. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. Throwing, Herbert. They'll check this down to Roundtree. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Herbert gonna throw. And that will be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays.
And he's across for the touchdown. In the final minute, that should just about seal it. And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base.
He's got him in, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Herbert. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Nice job there getting the win. Next up, another challenge of
Hey, folks, it's the coach here. Welcome back for another exciting matchup in Madden Ultimate Team.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start on the ground here at Sanders. They find some open field here. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Miles Sanders, 55 yards. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace.
Hello, and welcome into this Madden Ultimate Team Showdown. I'm your host, the coach.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now a first carry for their fullback. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And he's got some space here. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Miles Sanders, 47 yards. Congratulations on yet another victory. Now you can go right to the next challenge if there's another one available, or return to...
The coach here, and welcome to this Ultimate Challenge. Sit back and relax. You're in for a real treat with this matchup.
Here we go. And the offense readies for a first down and 10. Right away, here's Garoppolo to throw it. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. Well, there you have it, another challenge and another victory. Now remember, you can always replay challenges if you left any stars on the table.
Hello there, it's the coach with you here today, and this is an Ultimate Challenge. Let's get back to Brandon and Charles for the call.
So for this challenge, we're in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes to go. You're up by 2 scores. Your opponent has the ball on their own 25. As we get set here, 1st and 10. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Darnold. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
So far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold escaping. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Deacon Jones able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. From the 5, 2nd and 4. They'll run with a longtime Buccaneer. It's Mike Allstein.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, they'll run with Sanders. And he will take this one in for a Seattle touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have extended their lead to 15 now here in the 4th. They'll look to throw. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Nicely done. Another one up, another one down. Keep grinding and keep racking up those wins.
Welcome, everybody. I'm the coach. Up next, another Ultimate Challenge on EA Sports. Now let's hand it off to Brandon and Charles as we jump straight into the action.
Thank you, Coach. So for this challenge, we're in the 4th quarter with 3 minutes to go. You're down a field goal. You've got possession in your own territory, and it's 1st down. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Thompson on 1st and 10. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. gets another first down as this time they get an even 20.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Just a yard to go here on second down. Again, Thompson's going to throw this. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. Touchdown. Dallas Goddard, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken a fourth quarter lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will make this a 4-point game. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here is Wilson and the Broncos.
Down 21-17. A minute 50 to play. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it first and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow.
And a comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Steeler legend Troy Polamalu with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
72 yards on the ground now for Sanders. He's got a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Able to punch it in on third down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Pinheiro's extra point up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Here's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a third and 10. Here's Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Pick
picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. We knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
All right, you did it. You got the win. Congratulations. Keep that momentum going and tackle that next challenge.
Hello, everyone. You're watching Ultimate Challenges, and I'm your host, the Coach. To finish this out, here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
So for this challenge, we're in the 4th quarter with 3 minutes to go. We're still without a score, tied at 0. Your opponent has the ball on their own 40, and it's 1st and 10. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well done. You've defeated this ultimate challenge. Now, if there are stars still available, you can always replay the challenge again. Otherwise, it's time to move on to the next one.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the Coach with you here today for another edition of Madden Ultimate Team. Let's join this one already in progress. Here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. This challenge begins in the 2nd quarter with 3 minutes to go. Still no points on the board. It's 0-0. Your opponent has the ball on their own 25. 1st and 10. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Working from the gun, Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Buda Baker with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then a touchdown, Rams.
Saquon Barkley from 19 yards away. And the Rams post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tiny 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. First down now, but that clock rolling. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is it? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Packers with a football here late in this first half. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. Now Rodgers. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Ball at the 23, second and 8. Here's Rodgers to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring out the third down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And just like that, another ultimate challenge has been defeated. Savor the victory, if only for a moment, because you know there's always another chance.
The coach here, and welcome to this ultimate challenge. Sit back and relax. You're in for a real treat with this matchup. Let's send it down to Brandon Gott and Charles Davis for the call.
Thank you, Coach. So for this challenge, we're in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes to go. We're still without a score, tied at 0. Your opponent has possession on their own 30-yard line as we get set here on first down. They go with Chubb on second down. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Mayfield. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he is going to have a Browns first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 2 minutes left to go. This one surprisingly still scoreless. A first down throw for Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Well, I mean, both offenses have clearly struggled throughout, so kind of fitting that it's another big defensive play that yields points here in the late going.
Yeah, really, both of these defenses have been up to the task throughout this game, and we haven't seen much in terms of offensive creativity or results. And there, not only does the defense force a turnover, but they have the presence of mind to take it back for 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Now Mayfield and the Browns. Down 7-0. A minute 44 to go. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10.
Now Mayfield. Got his man, it's Woods.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Like the design that we're seeing right there, this is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now Mayfield.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Mayfield.
And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Night Train Lane. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way, disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bradley. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They'll run here with John Kelly. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
There he goes, right side. The 40, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, LA. Dallas Goedert taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Looking to strike for Woods, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll go again with Sanders. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run for Miles Sanders. And the Rams go up by 2 touchdowns. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. It's a squib kick picked up near the 25. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing.
Hello there, it's the coach with you here today, and this is an Ultimate Challenge.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right? Where these teams are locked in and going at it. No points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And that'll just about do it for us in this one. You've notched another win, and the next challenge awaits.